Assalamualaikum and good evening everyone. Welcome to another Alive at Home live stream in collaboration with JobStreet Malaysia. How is everyone feeling? I know some of you may have just berbuka. It is the 15th day of Ramadan. Anyway guys, tonight I'll be speaking to our friends from Micron Malaysia to find out some of the openings that the company has to offer for all job seekers out there. But before we get into depth about the job opportunities that lies within the company, I would like to commend the charitable relief initiative by Micron Foundation Incorporation. They have donated 2.6 million ringgit to support Malaysian families, healthcare professionals, as well as local charities in the battle against COVID-19. So Shabas and thank you so much. So joining me today is Ms. T. Komathi. She is the Senior Manager for Talent Acquisition for Micron Malaysia. Good evening and hello. Hi. Komathi, how are you?
Hi. Good evening, everyone.
I'm always asking this question, especially during Ramadan, but what was dinner today?
Not yet.
Belum, astaga. Okay. Lepas ni.
Yes.
You had a heavy lunch, is it?
Yes.
Alright, so as I was mentioning earlier on, I was reading this press release over your website that Micron Technology Inc. Corporation has donated 2.6 million ringgit from its Micron Foundation COVID-19 Relief Fund to support Malaysian communities during the unprecedented COVID-19 pandemic. I think Malaysia is one of the 5 countries prioritized to receive grants from this fund. So what an amazing, kind gesture. That's really great news.
Yes, Daphne. Okay. Okay, yeah. So I would be extremely happy to share these very touching initiatives where the Malaysia team organized aid to a spectrum of beneficiaries to support the frontliner and also the local communities in need. The 2.6 million donation is that the Micron pledged to Malaysia in March 2020 was part of the company larger US 10 million COVID-19 relief fund.
Wow.
Yeah. So this is, I would say that among our initiative, including providing the medical and personal protective equipment, the PPEs, and then such as the ventilator, the jumpsuits, face mask, sanitizer, and gloves to several government, local governments, and also beneficiary hospitals with the critical needs. So, and distributing a financial aid and additional support through food and household items, masks and sanitizers to children charities, and home for the elderly.
Oh, bless you guys. So good of you guys, especially during the first part of the MCO 1.0. Can you believe if we have to have like 1.0, 2.0, hopefully no MCO 3.0 lah, like that lah. Yeah. But yes, bless
Yeah.
you guys, because I remember the days when the PPEs and the masks, it was like, there was a shortage of it. So bless Micron Foundation for doing this. Okay, let's talk a little bit more. Let's go back into home base. Micron, of course, is a global leader in memory and storage, and it is the fourth largest semiconductor company in the world. I think you guys have been around for more than 4 decades, over 40 years, and have expanded to maybe 17 countries, if I'm not mistaken. How many plants do you currently have here in Malaysia?
Okay. So before I tap on into that, so we are rapidly growing organization,
Okay.
and Micron has the footprint in both north and also southern part of the Malaysia. So we do have a plant in Muar Johor, and we just moved our greenfield plant in Penang, Batu Kawan, and we have a fully operational site situated in Perai as well.
Wow.
Yeah, and then Micron more, I would say that providing the leading edge of packaging engineering expertise as part of Micron NAN Center of Excellence. Meanwhile, our Micron site in Penang is designed to become the Center of Excellence for SSD manufacturing, and as well as the component assembly and test. So, for your information, in 2018, so we announced RM 1.5 billion investment in Penang to build our Center of Excellence SSD. And the new campus in Batu Kawan is, I would say that, home to a state-of-art building which has been designed to meet the expectations and aspirations of the young generation, right?
Yeah, and speaking of young generation and
Yes.
people in Micron, people has always been your greatest asset. And I think the company truly believes in investing in their development and well-being at the same time. Perhaps you can share a little bit more about this?
Yeah, so you're right, indeed. So I would say that people are our company greatest asset, and we believe in investing their development and their well-being at all the time. So, as part of our talent management strategy, we focus on four main pillars. So, which is talent through environment, social and governance, and also talent acquisition and talent development. And also, we call diversity, inclusion, diversity, equality, and inclusion. So, this is we call as DEI.
DEI, yeah?
Yes,
All right. So what exactly is DEI? So you said it was diversity,
equality,
equality, and
inclusion.
inclusion. Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
So you're focusing on four areas in this, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. So, okay, for Malaysia, specifically for Malaysia, so DI has been identified as a significant pillar, which will serve as a differentiator for Micron in any countries of operations. So, precisely, there are four areas identified for Malaysia, because Malaysia, we have I mean, we are, mainly, I mean, we have ethnicity, right? So three main ethnicity.
We're very
And
diverse.
yeah, so namely, so we wanted to make sure that we have a gender diverse, capable generation, and also ethnicity.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So that's great that you are not exclusive. It's all about inclusivity.
Yes.
Maybe you can talk about also how you foster a very supportive work environment, because I think that's something that you also put onto your website. I was reading about how you are encouraging your team members to thrive and to have a very meaningful work life. It's not just about kerja, 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 kerja. It's also about bringing their best selves every day, right?
Yeah, you're you're right. So the technical leadership program and the technical innovator program and also the technical in action program. So is an opportunity to meet each other and to hear from Micron leaders as a regular
Okay.
biases, and helps build a sense of pride in the company that makes Micron a place where young professionals wanted to grow and thrive. So via MWLN. So we call MWLN stands for Micron Women Leadership Network.
Okay.
So we are aimed to strengthen the leadership engagement and voice of the women at Micron, and also to bring together a diverse mix of women who, through networking and discussion of today's issues, educate, inspire, and encourage women to reflect on their own personal goals, while empowering them to bring their best self to work as they strive to advance within their career. And I would say that I would like to call out here another greatest initiative that we have conducted uh, is we call Women Career Comeback Workshop. This is actually in collaboration with our Micron Women Leadership Network, and also Talent Corp and JobStreet as well. So it was a very successful one, and the very first conducted in Northern region, I would say.
Wow.
And then this program is that very close to my heart as well, because um, based on a research done by a Talent Corp, so almost 60% of Malaysia students enroll in higher institution as a female, right? So, however, um, they only make almost about 40% of workforce in Malaysia. So the one reason to this is, of course, many women, have left their jobs for the family reason, family commitments, right? So hence, this is also partially contributing factor for of the brain drain problem in Malaysia as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So so we understand that going back to work may be a daunting experience for women who have taken a career break, and the women career comeback workshops, we find that it creates a platform for them to connect with us and explore the opportunities for them to pursue their career aspiration. And also, furthermore, as we continue creating the inclusive culture for all the team members. So one of our key focus to continue to be on hiring is, I would say that differently able people within Malaysia community.
Nice.
Yeah. So for Micron Malaysia has also successfully launched a program to recruit and train about 36 new operators
Wow.
with a hearing impairment at their sites in Penang, Pride Penang, and also as well as in the southern part in Muar Johor. So through these, the HR has partnered with an external agencies and also the marshaled internal resources to create an inclusive environment for the new team members through the staff training in sign language. Okay, I
Wow.
also learned some sign languages anyway. Okay, and then the installation of enhanced notification system.
What is that?
And
What's that enhanced notification system? Meaning?
so the PDA, the Penang Deaf Association, so
All
members,
right.
they came over to our plant and then they inspect. So you see, they cannot see the siren, they cannot hear the siren sound, right? So we got to fix more the notification, the lighting system. Okay, and then this is what we do. I mean, this is all that we have taken into consideration before we start the hiring. Okay, and then I we are proud to say that we are excited to grow their representation about 50 headcount by end of this year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now you were saying it's about what, 30, 36, right? Did you say?
Yeah, they are 36 now, and then we would like to increase to 50. I would say that they are very dedicated, very hardworking people,
Yeah.
and definitely we will create this kind of inclusion in the company.
Now just going.
And
Oh, sorry. Go
yeah,
go ahead.
no, it's okay.
No, just rewinding back. I noticed that you
Uh,
said this. You said when there was another program or initiative that Micron Malaysia conducted, which is the Women's Comeback Program,
yeah,
right? And it was
yeah.
something that was very dear to you, very close to heart. Why is that?
Okay, so definitely, so right? So we all have a family commitment. Personally, I think that of course, some women, they successfully manage, their juggle with family and also career life. So I mean, somehow they successfully manage this, and then they keep being in the employment. But
Yeah.
some of them, unfortunately, they got to quit their the job opportunity, right? So just because of the family commitment. Of course, family comes first, right? So, and once they have done all these commitments, so probably their children already grow, so they can able to handle by themselves, more independent. And then at that point of time, let's say if they find themselves that they want to come back to work life, right?
Yeah.
So whether or not we create the opportunity, right? So so that is what I say, that so we, I mean, as a Micron, right, as a Micron team member, I find that um so on all the aspects, so we create the environment, and then we encourage the women, whoever that quit their job
Yeah.
due to the family reason, so to welcome them back. This is something that really close to my heart.
I agree because a lot it's very intimidating, especially those. Okay, just out of curiosity, how long is the gap when the person, when the woman has left the corporate scene or the working scene, and now how long is the year gap that you allow for them to apply back in Micro Malaysia? Is
Yeah.
there? Yeah.
No, we not really. We have that point. I mean,
The,
we see how long is the gap.
oh, good. Okay.
Okay, but then of course we see whether or not they I mean, they have the aspiration to come back
Correct.
first of all, and then of course they also know themselves, right? If they disconnect with the working environment for a few years, let's say for example, it's also very hard for them to come back. So usually people who apply, I mean, we have this program we organized in 2019,
Yeah.
and then second one organized just this year.
Oh, baru
uh,
je.
yeah, second
Ah,
round. So this second
okay.
round we did it virtually. So virtually, so that we had the leverage on calling people across Malaysia, so not only for northern region, right? So we see the applicants in the range of like unemployed from 2 months up to 1 year, 1 to 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it's not such a big gap after all.
Yeah, I think these are the group of people that they still wanted to come back to employment,
Right,
and they
right.
know that they can catch up. Okay, easily
Yeah, because
can.
if they
Yeah,
want to, it's either out of sheer desperation because they just need to get more income coming in to the household,
yeah,
or women are real. We're very strong. We are very determined. We're a very determined batch. So everyone has their dreams of a career fulfillment, and it just gives them satisfaction of being more wholesome. It's not just about the family, is not just about it's an achievement for them to be able to also bring income to the family household. So I'm really happy to hear that you are doing programs such as this, and I really hope that it will continue to grow. What sort of spurred this program, like especially on your, because you're very keen on your women leadership networking programs that you have. I mean, what sort of spurred it, that sort of said, like, guys, it's not going to be just talk. We're gonna make sure that this is a proper structured program, and we're gonna execute it.
okay. So of course our entire alternate objective is to create the opportunity for them, right? So what we did was, probably even though they register for this program, so
Yeah.
somehow they have the ambiguity, right? So whether or not they want to come back to the working life. So what
Right.
we did, we call those like successfully hired in our the first program in 2019. We call them come over, share their experience, so how they manage this,
That's clever.
right? So they actually they are very good. So they came over and then they share their experiences, after they come back. In fact, before, one of the our team member, she just very proudly say that before she come back, so she has done some homework, meaning to say, she aligned with the family, talk to the son, talk to the spouse, that she want to go back to the working environment, right? So she wanted to go back to working life. So have their commitment, And then she also, because of she has some career gap, right? So she make a point to meet up with the friends, hear from them what is current employment opportunity that she has, and then get some inputs insight from them. She really did some kind of this kind of homework. Only then she really applied for these positions, which is really
Ah.
really um very informative and then
She
helpful.
really she put a lot of thought into it. She didn't want to
Yes,
just jump in and then regret it later.
exactly,
Ah, I
exactly.
see. Komathi, we've got one question here from
Yeah.
Ernie Mariana Mokhtar. I am unemployed since I finished my PhD back in 2018. Am
Yeah.
I eligible to join your program? Thank you, Ernie, for your question. Komathi, over to you.
Yeah, sure. Uh, Definitely yes. My answer. Okay, so please don't hesitate to apply to Micron career site. There's a lot of job opportunity there. And then please apply. And then especially for the women who has the career gap, right? I mean the employment gap. So these are the main priority that we give
Oh, bless you.
to encourage them to apply. I mean, and to come back to the workforce. Yeah.
Let's get right to it. Let's talk about some of the roles that are available for the job seekers out there who may be watching us right now, who may watch the replay later on. What and who are you looking for?
Okay. So so definitely, right, we are semiconductor. Okay. So we are typically have roles related to semiconductor, assembly engineering, test solutions engineering. We also do have software engineering, product development, as well as we also do hire data scientists, okay, and then production supervisors, eventually the automation engineering, which is related to smart manufacturing and the positions in sort of like supply chain, right? So we do have procurement executive, the logistic executive, uh, so all these opening that we you can see in the our career site, and then definitely open for qualified job seekers in Malaysia. And this is for both experience and as well as a fresh graduate who keen to explore a future in tech industry. So most of the role has been posted in our career site.
Right.
So and also externally in JobStreet as well.
Okay.
And then for the applicant to get in touch with our talent acquisition team. So all the advertisement in JobStreet, I would say that it's linked to our career site, meaning even you apply through JobStreet. So we will manage all the applicants through a single portal. So no need to worry that whether or not, the company, should I apply in company website or should
Yeah.
I apply through JobStreet, right? So don't worry about that. Whatever channel it is,
Yeah.
all the applicant will flow through in one single portal.
Phew, very structured, huh? Very, very streamlined in that sense. So
Yeah.
there's no specific skill per se or an expertise. I mean, there's job openings from managerial level all the way till those who are working in the assembly line, right?
Yes. All the job opportunity, I would say that from, operators up to director level. So all the openings that we have available. Yeah.
Okay. So it's good to hear this because whilst everyone was losing jobs during the pandemic, especially the first, I think the second quarter of the pandemic here in Malaysia, a lot of people were losing jobs. At least there is job openings out there, and Micron Malaysia is something that they can look into or apply. Why do you enjoy working in Micron Malaysia? So let's say I wanted to come in there. What is it for me? I mean, I want to find a company that also brings me joy because we need to have balance in our life, right? Why would they go to Micro Malaysia?
Okay. So as I explained it earlier, right? So we very people oriented, right? So I would say that we are focused in DI. So and also we create the the so I just would like to brief on the roles that are required, right? So what kind of expertise that we are looking for?
Yeah.
So for the engineering positions, I would say that besides the education, right, qualification and experience in similar industry, um, I mean, the crucial skills of engineer can possess is a strong problem solving abilities. So a large part of an engineer's job is assessing a situation, identifying the problem, and then finding the solutions. So employer will wanted to see that you are capable of handling the obstacles in your daily work.
Okay.
Additionally, no matter what field of engineering you are working on it, right? So it's likely that you will be required to use computer to your daily job effectively. Skills like programming are valuable across a broad range of engineering discipline and appealing to prospect of employer. So so answered the earlier question, right? So apart from experienced talent, so why the talent need to look out for a job in Malaysia? So because we deeply believe in nurture the talent. So we have a good network of universities, and that we are working with Malaysia within Malaysia, right? So to hire the best talent, be part of our team. So for those newbies, so we do have a structured program. So
Okay.
besides that, we are also open to hire new college graduates and have structured training programs to upskill them as well. So this upskilling program not only we have for men for professionals, eventually for operators level we do have that. So don't worry. So when you join Micron, that you will not I would say that you will not retire as operators as well, right? So definitely we will create the environment, upskill the team members to then for to to progress them to the next level.
There's
So we
room for
are
growth, lah, basically.
yeah, and then we are also chosen the recipient of UTM aims for star. So a 2020 awards for Graduate Employer of Excellence Award. So this is
Wow.
one of the award that we received from the university. Yeah.
Micron Malaysia received from was it UTM?
UTM, yes.
UTM, congrats. Okay, we've got another question here. You mentioned that engineering is very much problem solving. Would you consider someone who doesn't have an engineering certificate but has sufficient work experience for the role?
Okay. Again, I would say that Micron, we don't really focus into whether or not you have the paper qualification.
Yay!
Okay.
Not that I'm asking my kids not to go and get their certs, but yes, I understand.
Yeah.
Yes.
But you see, paper qualification is a foundation, right? So if you don't have a very strong knowledge, so how you're going to excel? I mean, in your profession. So definitely, if you ask me, paper qualification is a must. But then it is not all about. Let's say, for example, a candidate apply for engineer role.
Yeah.
Okay, this person has only diploma. Okay, but then he has years of experience, and I would say that he's expert, right? So definitely, so that is why we interview the talents, right? So we assess their skills, and then see whether they are qualified. So as I said, right? So when when we assess them, we see whether they have the strong problem solving abilities. So if you could articulate all that, definitely why not? So we definitely welcome. So not only we focus in the paper qualification, but also definitely the experience that you have.
I'm just curious because it's been so long since I've been in a corporate world. You know, I've been freelancing for so long. But let's say if anyone was to come and apply for a job at Micron Malaysia, so they fill up, put in forms, whatever they need, then they go through what? How many interviews, or how does it work? What is the process like when you want to recruit or when someone wants to apply for a job at your company?
Okay. Okay, I would say that any aspiring applicants can visit our all the advertisement in JobStreet,
Okay.
which will take you to Micron career site. So either you can go to JobStreet or Micron career page. Okay, as a part of our commitment to give the best candidate experience for the job seekers. So the Micron career site is actually by AI tool. So whereby once you have upload your resume in the system,
Yeah.
so the AI tool will
Wow.
actually recommend it or generate a list of available positions. So what all that you need to do, you just upload your
Ah.
CV, right? And then after that, you can see the list of positions available that suits your education background and
Mm-hmm.
also your experience. So the AI tool will do the filtering job, right? So based on that list, so review the job description
Yeah.
and hit the apply to the position that matches your career aspiration. So our TA team will get in touch with all the qualified candidates. That's how we make the people's life very easy. So in fact, you don't need to go through all the positions, especially sometimes, the fresh graduates, right?
Mm.
They do not know exactly what position they wanted to apply for.
Yeah.
So this is where the AI tool will help. And also, I would say that company to company, the job title also varies. So
Mm.
probably the same job title that they're holding in this company A, probably not same as Micron. So how you wanted to? So definitely you cannot, go through all the JDs, right? All the engineering JDs. So this is how the AI tool will help.
That's amazing, technology nowadays. But you're right, because sometimes when I do lah, when I go to JobStreet, right, sometimes I'm just like, okay, out of curiosity, if I don't do this freelancing anymore, what can I apply for? And they've got all these like really chungy names. I'm like, whatever happened to just executive sales or PR sales to, head of department HR or something? It's now like it's very lah banyak. So it's great that you're filtering it out, and then I'll be able to see, okay, this fits the experience as well as the qualification that I have right now. Now it's now my choice to choose what position I would like to apply based on this filtering system. So that's awesome. Out of curiosity, let's say a new fresh graduate comes in, they apply, but then they're going like, oh, this position pun I nak cuba, ni pun I nak cuba, tapi nak juga masuk operations, tapi nak juga macam Komathi lah, deal with people. Is there somewhat like a management training program that you have, like a management trainee program? Because some companies have that. Does Micron have it too?
Okay, management trainee program we don't have at this
Okay.
juncture.
Right.
But what we do is we are okay at this point of time. We will hire only to the specific role and responsibility, but we are also embarking the opportunity to bring in those engineering students, and then we are going to put them in all the departments as a trainee. Okay, and then we will, I mean, based on the aspiration, right? So where they fit, so we will offer them the regular employment. So this is something that we are working on it, but we haven't implemented yet.
Okay, so it's in the pipeline.
Yes.
That's wonderful. Okay, my next question to you would be, actually, it's a question that someone wrote. As a female leader yourself, how do you juggle your career and family?
Okay, this is very interesting. Okay, sure, definitely. So it never easy being a mom, trying to juggle a full-time job with a family life and also with a job, right?
Yeah.
So your work role maybe also change you and also your children to be flexible. More moms than ever in the workforce, right? Being a full-time working mom can lead to a feelings of uh, at some point we will feel that guilt and then
Yes.
and then also stress because of we need to divide the attention between work and also family. So I would say that the key is to focus on how we plan and then get ourselves organized and then find the right balance between profession and also the parenthood. So, and then be flexible. Working parents often develop routine work, right? So like 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and that is actually family time. And then, sorry, that's actually working time, right? And then family time will be, 5 p.m. after work up to at night. So, that's often happen. But now I would say that it will never happen in this juncture. So because of the new work life, right?
Yes.
So we have to create the workspace. Okay, we have to create a workspace. So we need to look after um, whether or not we have we got to somehow to balance lah, the profession and
I don't
society.
know, Komathi. I find it really difficult. I mean, already I'm a work from home mom, okay?
Okay.
And then the whole e-learning, now the kids are back on off, physical school, back to online. So it's very confusing. And we can't help it. It is the now normal, right? And I find it hard to divide that space that I have because I can hear my son screaming, and automatically your maternal instinct wants to go like, cuddle him or find out what's wrong. Or in my case, I'll be screaming my head down lah. So yeah, I think what you shared about really being a little bit more firm about creating that space, that workspace, especially if now with the now norm where you have to sometimes work from home. How about in Micron right now? Now everyone's back to physical, going back to physical work, or like, I mean, of course, operation has to be in the factory and stuff like that lah. But like, managerial roles, you have to be in the physically at work, or you can do it from home.
Okay. Of course. Of course, during this pandemic situation, right? Definitely, only the manufacturing folks, they will be working on site, and then people like us, office staff. So we mostly work from home.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah. But then also, we are looking at to create an environment, right? So for the women especially, so it all is actually depends on the individual and also the individual department, right? So they will give a flexibility of, let's say for example, if you need to work from home, right? Definitely you can talk to your supervisor, right? So
Yeah.
we never been stopped from working from home, right? So any emergency, or let's say for example my kids, so the babysitter is away, emergency purposes, definitely the management here say no to us, so we are very flexible. And then although we don't call as a we don't have so-called flexible working hours at this juncture because we are greenfield at this point of time,
Okay.
right? So but then definitely if there is any need, right? So we definitely work from home, so we have certain level of flexibility here. Okay.
I know, like some companies, the big corporates, they are able to. What is that word for it? There's an actual specific word for it, but it's basically like a daycare, where they actually have it. A what?
A crash.
A creche. So they have a daycare so that, because that is one of the big also. That's the reason also for women lacking, or women are not going into the workforce because they can't find good sitters to look after someone that they trust, or it's just not possible for them. So
Right.
some companies. How about Micron Malaysia? Is that something in the pipeline? Since you guys are very strongly advocating more women to come on board and come back to work.
Yeah. Actually, we have that in the pipeline because we
Yay.
want to make our Micron Malaysia as a great place to work. So all these initiatives are in the pipeline. So
Good.
of course, a lot of a lot of work we have to put in place in order to make this happen. So in parallelly, of course, we have a task force team, not only for this daycare, but then as well as some other opportunities to make sure that we could able to attract the women, more women to participate. I mean, to be in Micron, right?
Okay, we've got a question. Sorry, did I just cut you off? How rude.
It's okay.
Were you going to add on something else? I thought that you were done.
No. I just wanted to say that sometimes women. So of course we work, then we have family.
Yeah.
So I mean, we have to take care of ourselves also, right?
Yeah.
So is there you spare some time for yourself, right? So me, I mean, in the past, right? So I used to go to gym regularly. So that is before the pandemic, despite of my tight schedule. So you know how I managed to do this, because you see, I send my daughter to tuition classes,
Yeah.
and then usually the tuition classes will be like 1 hour. All right. So during this duration, right, usually I will be just waiting in the car, or probably I just go and then purchase something. So and then suddenly it strike in my mind that why not I go and register nearby gym, right? So
Smart.
so happened that I registered for gym. So what I do, I'll send my daughter to tuition. I go for my gym. After finish, then I'll come and fetch her. Then I go back home. You see, so very easy. Sometimes this is what we have to organize ourselves, right? So This
I
is one
like
of
that. Because then that is really productive, smart time management, and also giving yourself self-care. A lot of
Yeah.
people forget that, you know. Women are such givers in that sense because they dedicate their, you know, it's first for the work and then there's family. It's always about other people before themselves. So it's great that, you know, you said that you used to go to the gym a lot, but then the pandemic hit. And then you found that, hey, I've got this little window. 45 minutes, it's good enough for you to sweat it out, makes you feel good, and then you're not wasting that 1 hour just doing unproductive waiting. So that's a great tip shared by you, Komathi.
Thank you so
Nice.
much.
All right, I've got Jeffrey from Johor asking a question. What is the requirement for middle level management in the HR department at Micron?
Okay, requirement. I don't really. So is this for the HR position he mentioned?
Yeah, this is correct. It is for HR department,
For
but for
HR department.
middle level management from
Oh,
Jeffrey.
okay. All right. So middle level management that he's definitely referring to are professionals or professionals positions in the HR department. So qualification is definitely we will for HR personnel, I would say that of course they must have a degree as a minimum qualification, and also they must have relevant experience. Let's say, for example, be it it depends on which HR department is varies also, right? We have employee relations, we have talent acquisition, we also do have com and band team, a payroll. So if we talk about the middle level position, definitely the person must have certain level of experience in order to apply for these positions lah. All right. So this is the qualification, and I would say that years of experience. So middle level, about 5 to 8 years of 8 years of experience, related experience.
Okay, so I hope that sort of answers Jeffrey's question all the way from Johor. A question from Jeva. How can I apply for an internship role with Micron? I don't see it listed on your JobStreet page.
Okay, all right. So we just completed or fill the internship hiring for Unimap. So we hired close to 20 students, and then we are going to open up for another batch of interns. This is precisely for the the university that we are closely working with. So I do not know this person is from which university,
I see.
because our
Okay.
university program is very structured. So we do hire interns, but then precisely it's a part of the talent building, talent pipelining project. So we will engage with the intern from this particular university and then train them. They can come over right to on site for the third year. When they go back, they relate back whatever they learned for their final semester project, and then after they completed their final semester project, the final year, so they can apply if they
Oh,
really interested. They apply, and then the first priority we will give for our ex interns. Right?
nice. How
Yeah.
many ex-interns have, come back to you guys saying like, you know what, I'm not as if you actually know the numbers, but are there quite a number of people applying from the internships or the interns? Ada juga
Yeah.
lah.
Ada.
Wow.
Okay. So in 2019, when we started off, right, we also managed to hire 10 interns lah, very beginning stage, right? So and then we from these 10 interns, right? So last year we managed to hire about close to 60%. So and then
Wow.
this 60% is because of they applied. So it is not about that we don't hire, but it's their aspiration, right? So where they want to work is that in Micron they want to come back, or probably these people are from different locations. So probably they are preferably to work at their maybe at their hometown. So they don't want to relocate. So it depends on their preference.
I see. Okay. So someone actually just messaged and said, internship ada duit ah?
Okay. So internship in Micron, of course, we do give allowances.
Yay.
So
There.
yeah, right.
Ada allowance. My days tak ada, because
Me
they were
also.
saying, kan? Those days they said like, they will say, oh, it's part of your assignment
Yeah,
for
I don't have
university.
also.
Kan? So I'm just curious also because someone actually messaged, because this person who messaged me just privately is out, well, I don't know about your era lah, my era where we weren't given any allowance. So it's good that companies know that, yeah, at least some pocket money for them to duit minyak lah. Kira macam duit minyak, you know?
Correct.
Alright, great.
No,
Huh.
the media, sometimes they also need to rent a house or room, right? So
Yeah,
at least some kind of
true.
assistance. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's see if there's any more questions from the public. I hope we covered sort of everything that we wanted to do.
Yeah. And okay, maybe I would like to a little bit talk about the STEM activity that we have done
Yeah,
in the
sure.
school, right? So, so a part of the talent branding, right? So we don't really stop at whatever that I have shared earlier.
Uh-huh.
So we pretty much involved in promoting STEM activities as part of community outreach. We selected the nearby convent schools in BM, okay, to inspire female students to focus on science and mathematics to explore a career in engineering. So, so there are a total of 100 students from Standard 6. They are 12
Wow.
years old. And then the teachers from schools have participated in this event. So our purpose is to inspire young female students to learn and understand science, technology, engineering, mathematics, So this is we call STEM, right?
Mhm.
And it was organized by our interns, in fact.
Wow.
Nice. Yeah.
They
That is
initiated it, or they just executed what the company had
Yeah.
wanted to
So
do?
we wanted to do this kind of STEM activity. So we share the idea to them. But in terms of designing the program and then execute by them, design and execution by the interns.
That's great. That's really wonderful. Having two girls myself, we're always stressing. My husband and I are always stressing about focusing on STEM also, because I think it's gone are the days when it was always just the boys, the sons, who will be leading the pack in taking these roads. I don't think that is a stereotype anymore. I think more and more girls are interested in STEM, or what do you call this?
Engineering.
Fields,
Yeah,
in
fields, yeah.
engineering, yeah. All right, we've got no more questions at this moment. All right, are you ready for some fun questions from me before we sort of like wrap up our little conversation here?
Sure. Okay.
Before that, is there anything else you might want to add on? Did we miss out anything?
I think we have pretty much done. Yeah.
Yeah, we've covered everything?
Yep.
Okay, now we're going to go into the fun bit. Okay, are you ready? All right, let's go with the rapid fire questions. Komathi, have you ever been to a Pasar Ramadan before?
Yes, and one of my favorite as well, because when I go to Pasar Ramadan, I never stop buying. So I keep buying and buying. So I would say that during the Pasar Ramadan I eat a lot.
You eat a lot, huh? Which
Yeah.
comes to my next question. What would you always mesti kau cari? When you go the Pasar Ramadan, what is like the first thing that you would go like, I need to find XYZ? What is it?
Wow. Okay. I don't know what is that called in English lah.
Okay.
But it's a green color. The pulut with the the brown sugar.
Oh, it's like a dessert, is it? Is it
Yes, I like
Sri
the
Muka?
dessert.
No,
It
that's
is not Sri Muka. So it actually comes with the brown sugar.
Oh.
So and then that's one of my favorite. I always go and then I will definitely find for that.
Wow, indeed. Okay, interesting. I'm still trying to. So if anyone who knows what Komathi is referring to, please write it down over our chat box, because now it's just killing me in my brain right now. Like, okay, what is she talking about? And I want to go and look for it the next time I go to a Pasar Ramadan. Okay, next question is, since Raya is just around the corner, what is your favorite Raya dish at an open house?
Okay, I like the rendang. Okay, and definitely rendang with the what we call that
The lemang.
the blembang, yeah, and the bulo one, right?
The boluan, yeah. Yeah, it's either lemang or what's the other one? Ketupat.
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 But I like lemang
Kan?
with the with the rendang.
That's why now it just reminds me, because just now I just made rendang for dinner. My husband's
Wow.
like, Raya's not here yet. I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like having rendang tonight also, so I made that, and I'm like, it's too bad. I don't know how to make the lemang because usually they'll have it sold around just the last week of Ramadan. That's when they start opening up. At the side of the roads. I don't know about your area lah.
Right.
We have,
that.
somebody saying onde onde. Is it onde?
Is it onde onde?
Yes, exactly.
Onde onde. Well done. Onde. Yes, onde onde. It's the round or the bulat-bulat one with the kelapa.
Yes.
And
you're
inside
right.
ada gula melaka. Okay,
Yes,
thank you
you're
so much to that person who jawab. It is onde onde. Okay, I can make onde onde. I can do that. Apa ni Def? Baru buka. Komathi hasn't even had a dinner and I'm still hungry. Goodness. All right, what is your fondest Raya memory?
Okay. So I would say that okay, I actually very early stage of my employment, right? I have a very close friend,
Yep.
Malay friend. So she she used to make ayam rendang for me. So that is one of my, because she knows that that's my favorite. So she make that and then she bring it over to office. Then we eat together, and that is one of my memory. Is sweet memory.
Food always strengthens friendships or relationships, don't they? And I think we're so lucky to be in such a beautiful country like Malaysia, because not only are we a diversified lot, but we've got like the best food, man. Right?
Yeah,
Don't you think
yeah,
so?
right.
Okay,
Exactly.
where was your last holiday?
Oh
Where?
my God. Where? Hang
Huh.
on, it was in 2019, I guess, because 2020, not at all. Okay.
Cannot remember. Actually, I cannot remember also. Now, once borders open up, where would you want to visit first?
Okay, I remember now.
Okay, you
my
remember.
last holiday was with my kids in Genting Highlands.
Genting Highlands. Okay. Where are you based now, Komathi? Are you based which branch or which?
Oh, I'm in Penang.
Penang Kia. I want to go to Penang.
Oh, please.
That's why I'm like,
go.
and I said Genting Highlands tak lah jauh sangat. Okay, from Penang to Genting. Okay, hey, you're in like the Pearl of the Orient, man. You're like in holiday country. I love being in Penang. That's my second home. I was in USM. So where would you, okay, once borders open up, when travel restrictions are okay already, where will your next holiday destination be and why?
Okay, I think I want to go Langkawi. But of course, now we only can move around, within Malaysia, right? So what else that we can go? Definitely
Let's say lah, katakanlah kita boleh fly out of Malaysia already.
Okay, so I want to go Mauritius.
Terus ke jauh sana. Tu dia, Komathi. That's good. That's good. That means you like beach, because if it's local, it'll be Langkawi.
Yep.
If it's
Oh, you're right.
Kan? That means you're a beach girl. All right. What? Okay, now we're gonna go back into some serious stuff. Not really serious, but what are some of the big no-nos for job applicants out there? You've been in human resource, you've been in talent for quite some time now. Like, what is something that when you look at the person or you're interviewing the person or you're and you're sort of gauging the person and you're going inside your heart, you're going, what is that big no-no?
Okay. So of course, first of all, so you had to carry yourself right. The first impression is very important for
Okay.
an interviewer, right? So that carries the most important part.
Okay.
The interviewer to be comfortable to open up a question, right? So be casual and then be more professional, right? Carry yourself and then prepare yourself, especially, okay? And then no need to be nervous. So be yourself and then just answer the questions, okay? All right. So that's all from me. But anyway, so this is for those mostly for the experienced, the applicants lah, right? So definitely, if let's say if a fresh graduates, then it's totally different ball game. Because you need to go and then learn. Before you attend the interview, right? Of course, you got to learn about the company and then the background. What is the product? So you have to do some level of.
You have to do your homework, man.
Homework, yeah.
Yeah. It's a no-brainer. Nanti datang sana, like, how would you, let's say I'm you lah, and I'm like, how would you be able to bring development in a company? Like, what you all do ayo say lo. I would go like, no.
Yeah,
This
right.
one sudah cannot already.
Unable to relate,
Cannot. What is your best career advice
Okay.
that you received?
Meaning to say, so for the women or what?
Anything. I mean, like the best career advice that you've heard, best career advice that you've received yourself.
Okay. So for me, learning. So we need to have certain level of growth mindset.
Nice.
Yeah. So there's no one say that you cannot, excellent in your job. Okay. So never stop learning. So keep learning in order for you to grow to the next level, right? So so if you don't have the growth mindset, right? So definitely, I would say that you're not helping yourself, in terms of grow in your career life.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's what your mind believes it can conceive. That's what I think.
Yes,
Like, it's really about your mindset. It's true. And it's a constant learning process. I think even the best or the top of the tops, I'm guessing Bill Gates is still continuously learning. I understand that he goes into like a hibernation and he just goes there just to read all the books that he wants to read. And then from there, he absorbs all the knowledge and then he tries and apply whatever he's got from there. So it's a constant learning curve. So I really love your career advice there, Komathi, about have that growth mindset. And last but not least, as we conclude our session, perhaps just one or two words, a wish for all those who are fasting or celebrating Eid al-Fitr in days to come. I understand that some of your staff are actually watching. I got some people in Instagram saying like, hey, that's my company. What is your wish for all your fellow colleagues and everyone else watching right now, Komathi?
Okay. So thank you for watching this session, and then of course those from Micron, you guys are watching this program, right? So try to cascade down all these our initiatives, our projects, our all the initiative that we do. So please cascade down to all your friends, and then encourage them to join as to be the part of the family as a Micron. So and then definitely we would definitely welcome all the the applicants to apply for the positions, right? So whatever qualified applicants, definitely we will reach them out. And I wish for all my friends out there, whoever fasting, okay, so Selamat Hari Raya Eid al-Fitr. Okay, happy fasting.
Yeah,
Bye.
short and sweet. There you go. Thank you so much, Komathi, for sharing all your wonderful tips, especially on that tip about self-care. I think that's something that we sometimes forget and neglect about being women. And I love the fact that you guys are going all out to empower more women to join the workforce and to be and to fulfill and optimize their potential. So thank you so much to Micron Malaysia, and thank you, Komathi, for joining me. I hope after this you'll be able to have your dinner. Dah lah, we talk about chicken rendang all. Alright, so
Ready now.
okay already, yeah?
Hungry already.
Yeah, so hungry, yeah? I was so hungry when you talk about chicken rendang all. Okay, once again, thank you to Komathi from Micron Malaysia. It's been such a pleasure talking to her, and thank you once again to JobStreet for initiating this platform. If you would like to find out a little bit more about the current job opportunities with Micron Malaysia, you can go and check out JobStreet page, which will actually lead you back to Micron Malaysia's career opportunities. And if you don't have a JobStreet profile, be sure to create one now, as many employers are actively hiring. Okay, so thank you once again, Miss Komathi. It looks like dinner is now ready for you, hopefully. So please enjoy your dinner, and I hope to meet you someday, and perhaps we can go to the gym. I've not been working out, so I'm quite jealous that you've been able to have that tip of managing your time in between children and work. You've got like time for yourself, so kudos on that. That's a wonderful tip. I'm going to apply that, and I'll see you around. You take care, yeah?
Thank you.
Bye, Komathi.
Bye.
And with that, this concludes our JobStreet collaboration. Well, not JobStreet collaboration per se, but this is like a platform for us to speak to all these other companies who are opening or sharing with us some of their job openings. I know, please do leave your comments, especially those who may be watching this on a replay, because at the end of the day, we're doing this during the fasting month, so I'm not sure if this time is suitable for you guys. So we're always encouraging feedback, guys. And again, if you do not have a JobStreet profile, please go and create one now, especially if you're on a verge of looking for a job or new job opportunities. So silakan. In the meantime, I will be updating you with more interviews such as this. I believe we have one more in May. I'm not sure if that's after Raya, but I will be updating it. Otherwise, please follow JobStreet Malaysia's Facebook as well as their Instagram page to get all the latest updates. All right, till then, my name is Daphne Iking, and I am so glad to be alive at home. Good night, everyone.